Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Madden 18 and my rebuilding the Cleveland Browns playthrough. Here we are for the second game of Season 2 at home for the first time all year at First Energy Stadium to take on Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. I am very excited for this game. We're even under the lights, which makes it even better. The first game of our second season went ridiculously well. I'm really enjoying the new team. The people we drafted have worked out very well so far, and hopefully we can continue the success from the first game over here into the second game of the season here. There's that man right there, David Njoku. We have Ogba there, the entire line. We have been fortunate so far. We had one injury in our first game, and it was only like a muscle cramp. He came back like, I don't know, a couple of plays later, so we've been lucky so far. Let's hope we don't have any big injuries this week, because that would be freaking terrible. We have the ball here on the 15-yard line to start things off here. Let's have a good game. Let's set the tempo for the rest of the season here at home. The last thing I want to see happen is us do terribly at home. We put 40 points on the Saints on the road, and then we come back home to face the Panthers, and we do terribly. I hope that doesn't happen. And of course, even much better defense with that man right there in the middle. He's actually blocked right now, but Luke Kuechly, I'm worried about him. I mean, their linebacking core in general is pretty scary. So Duke Johnson Jr. had a great game last week, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to replicate that this week. We're going to try our best, but I mean, with Luke Kuechly and the Panthers there, I'm not sure it's going to happen. So we may have to air it out a bit more. But then again, we had no trouble doing that last episode either. I mean, we threw for 4 touchdown passes, for crying out loud. And there's the simulation mode. I love it. It's so good. He was so open. Okay, let's go for a slant route here, I suppose. 3rd and 5. Let's see what those linebackers want to do. So they've got one person deep. Looks like they're actually in cover 3, which means this could actually be there if the linebackers don't cover them on the slants that well, which they aren't. There he is, Corey Coleman, and he held on to it. I'm very happy with Corey Coleman so far this year. Last season, I was honestly considering getting rid of him. If you remember, if you watched the episodes from Season 1 of this playthrough, what I did in a couple of games, I just benched Corey Coleman like outright because he kept dropping so many passes for really no reason. Block him, please. Oh, there we go. There we go. Don't get caught, Duke. Don't get caught. No! I thought he was going to go all the way there for a second. But yeah, last season, Corey Coleman, I had to bench him a couple of times because I don't know if it was like his confidence was down or what was happening, but he was dropping the easiest passes ever. So, had to do it. But this season, he's doing fantastic. I think that run right there was longer than any run we had like all last season. Our longest run with Isaiah Crowell was like 15 yards last year. All right, so let's try about hitting Big Dave here again. All right, there's Big Dave. Got it, going upfield, breaking tackles, Big Dave. You see what happens, Deshaun Kaiser? Do you see what happens when you actually hit the open receiver and you don't just overthrow him like crazy? It's pretty fun, isn't it? All right, let's go coach suggestions here. Let's see if we can call something a little bit different. I'm kind of liking play action power row. Do we have a better choice? Double flares looks good too. We'll go play action power row. Let's send our man Corey Coleman deep. See if they want to leave him in the one-on-one. But if not, they're in zone coverage. See how the corner there on the right is there? They're in zone coverage, which means he's going to be covering Njoku. We may actually be covering the fullback in the flat. We'll see. Okay, fullback's open. We're just going to go down to him. I mean, I probably could have gotten it actually to Olsen coming across. So we'll just dump it off to the fullback. We'll get some positive yards. You know, we'll come up with a different play. They had pretty good coverage there, so. What do we have? What do we want to go with? Ooh, kind of like the play action boot left, but I don't know. Being a right-hander, you know, rolling out to the left doesn't seem like a great idea to me. You know what? We're just going to go back to the single back formation and go for a run play here. I feel like that's a pretty good choice. And even if they stop us before we get to first, we can call like a simple tight end route to David Njoku. That'll get us the first down probably. Okay, no one's I saw him just standing there. I'm like, nobody's blocking Luke. We need somebody to block Luke if this is going to work. We're going to go for the X-Dagger here. I'm really hoping we don't fizzle out here. It'd be great if we could actually put up a touchdown on the opening drive. All right, David's getting blocked, and he's wide open. David! Oh! So what I'm actually doing right now is I am saving all of David Njoku's experience. I need like 5,000 XP or something like that to be able to get rid of. He has a trait that makes it so he drops open passes. It's a problem that he has. And so for 5,000 XP, something like that, I can get rid of that trait. So I'm saving every bit of experience he gets for that trait. Because once we get rid of that, he won't have that happen. He'll actually catch passes like that, and we'll be good to go. But, all right, I'll take that. I'll take it. I'll take the 3 in the opening drive. I was hoping for a touchdown to really get the crowd into it, but it's okay. It's all right. I got to say, though, First Energy Stadium here on the Xbox One X looks freaking fantastic. Really enjoying that. So Carolina drove down and got their own touchdown. So we have to put up some more points here. We don't have the comfort of a lead. It's still a tie game. Now let's see about hitting our man Josh Gordon here on this corner. They're in cover 3. Might be there. And I think it's there. It's there. Big Josh. Oh, he got caught. That play last season was incredible. Flash Gordon on that corner out was so freaking good. Let's hope he's actually good in real life once again, because Josh Gordon really is one of the better receivers in the entire league. I think a lot of people forget this, but a couple of years ago, he led the league in receiving, even though he was suspended for 2 games of that season. And he was playing for the Browns. Let's not understate that. Go for the juke. Oh, let's not understate that, man. He was playing for the Browns. He had no good. I think he had a carousel of quarterbacks that year. Like, he's a good receiver. Big threat, makes big plays. He's fun, you know? So hopefully he can do some things when he comes back to the Browns this year. Or maybe he won't. Because at this point, the Browns might as well lose out the season. Am I a bad Browns fan? Let's go for, I guess it's the same play. Am I a bad Browns fan for hoping they just go 0-16? Oh, no! Oh, no! Duke! No! There's 2 plays so far where I thought he was going to bust off a touchdown. But at this point, you know, being 0-11, I'm thinking to myself, Browns might as well just lose out the year. Just go 0-16. At this point, you might as well just go 0-16. Go for the first overall draft pick, no matter what. And, I don't know, be known as the team that went 0-16. Because there's no point in getting any wins at this point. It's really pointless to me. All right, so safety's going to be covering Olsen, I think. All right, they're dropping him back. No! All right. I thought he was cutting in, then he cut back out there. I forgot what route he was actually running and made a very bad throw. That's what I get for chatting so much and not paying attention to the actual routes all of my receivers are running. Because they covered the guys on the left very well there. I want to see about getting this pass to David Njoku. Actually, we're going to completely call us to the other side. You know why? I think Luke Kuechly would have been covering Duke Johnson Jr. on that play right there. I call him David Njoku, but I think Luke Kuechly, because he's on the right-hand side there, is going to be covering Duke. So this way, Duke's going to the left, and hopefully we can actually get it off there. There we go. Don't get caught. Don't get caught. He's actually really tired. Duke is very tired. We need to get Christian Michael in here. Duke is... he's gasping out there. He is not exactly running hard anymore. Okay. Let's go for the corner strike. Wait a minute. Is this that stupid... no, it isn't. Okay, I thought this was a really stupid tight end set. It isn't. We're good. All right. And that's... oh, bad throw. Olsen was there. He was there. All right, 2nd and 10. Let's not fizzle out again, man. We need to get a touchdown here. What plays? What plays? Go for the play-action corner, I think. And we'll send Josh Gordon on a slant route as kind of like a backup to David Njoku. All right, I think they're blitzing. I'm not liking it. It looks to me like they're blitzing. Let's go ahead and they faked me out. They faked me out. And he didn't even get hit! Are you serious, game? Can you stop doing that, please? Oh, my goodness. Madden makes me very mad sometimes. He was literally not touched. Let's watch the glory that is Madden 18 here for a second. Duh. Really? Oh, defense. Probably can't hear the claps, but freaking defense. Look at this here. We got a turnover of some sort because we now have the ball here on the 7-yard line. I will take that any day of the week. And Duke Johnson. Oh, he's fighting for it. That's my man right there. That is why we started Duke Johnson Jr. this season. That is why we got rid of Isaiah Crowell. I mean, Isaiah is still a good back, but, I mean, Duke Johnson, look at him. I think, actually, he would have went down if number 92 didn't kind of, like, push him from behind. Like, look at this. I think he probably would have went down, but he pushed him forward by grabbing onto him there. All right, so no harm, no foul there. We got the score. Now we have the ball again, but this time on our 2-yard line. Oh, man, I kind of wish they'd bump up. Oh, they're tempting me now. They're tempting me now. Oh, now okay, now the safety's going back. So let's go back to a run play. I was gonna take the deep shot to Corey Coleman there, but they decided to put their safety back on us. 7 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, it does not get much better than that, right? Let's go for slants here, I think. Again, I'm looking to hit that deep ball this season, so I'm just waiting for my right moment. They're playing back. They're worried about the deep ball. And bad throw. Come on, you got to lead him more than that. He actually had really good bump and run coverage there, though, so it was kind of hard for Josh to actually break past it. Well, now we're in a pretty bad spot. We can go for the mesh, I suppose, but 3rd and 9, backed up in shadow of our own end zone. The last thing we can do here is take a sack. I think they're blitzing. Look how many corners are there on the left. I think they're blitzing us. That or they're in a super heavy zone coverage. Super heavy zone, it looks like. And there he is. Catch the tiptoe. I love throws like that. So good. Just a nice rainbow fade, tiptoeing on the... Oh, so good. Oh, so good. That was awesome. I love seeing stuff like that. Darn right, first down. Let's skip past this here. Okay. We have 3 timeouts and basically 2 minutes. And 2 minutes in Madden is like an eternity. So let's go curl and goes. We're going to call it on this side, though, because I want to see about getting Olsen deep. If they want to leave him open deep, I'm going to hit it, man. Let's send Corey Coleman deep as well. So we got Josh Gordon and Njoku as our safety valve receivers here. And that's a one-on-one. Kind of a bad throw, but it's a... Oh, I thought he was going to make a big play there. He kind of like jetted forward there. Let's go for a screen. We're not as efficient in the air this week compared to last week, but we're not doing bad. We're just not doing great. And get that block. There we go. Get all those blocks. Good job, guys. Get out of bounds there, Duke. We're going to call some of our tried and true favorites here as we try to march downfield. You could go for another screen, but I think that would be getting a little bit greedy. Let's go for the Y sail. Is this two? Yeah, we got Chance Hurley in there, the rookie. Have him running a straight up in. Johnson going across. Olsen deep, and then David Njoku there. And Big Dave. No, Big Dave was there. I was going to throw it to David Njoku's inside shoulder. Who's hurt? Don't be Deshaun Kaiser. Please don't be Deshaun Kaiser. Let's see. I think actually it looked like the guy that sacked him got hurt, interestingly enough. Let's see what happens. Because he looked like he was the one holding his shoulder as he was on the ground. I don't know. It's not actually showing it. I can't see my quarterback. Where's my quarterback? All right, Deshaun Kaiser's still in. We're good. At least for right now. Anyway, we're good. 2nd and 18. Let's go ahead and switch this up a bit. And that's a one-on-one. Get it off. Come on, man. We're going to get injured if you guys keep letting up sacks like this, giving me no time to do anything. Now it's 3rd and 25 for crying out loud. All right. We're just going to go for the corner strike. I really don't see this actually. Oh, wait a minute. Corey Coleman, a pure one-on-one over there. They going to blitz on me again? No. And we're putting it up. Putting it up to Corey Coleman. Ah! And he drops it. There was contact, but I think he still could have caught it. Either way, it's all right. Let's just get through this half here. Definitely has been pretty sloppy. We were firing on all cylinders in week 1 here, but here in week 2, definitely seemed to be a little bit rusty, interestingly enough. I mean, dropped passes, bad throws, missed blocks. But then again, the Panthers team is much better than the Saints team. Oh, no. Come on now, guys. Let's not let up no punt return for a touchdown here. We've got the lead, and I'd like to keep it that way. All right, come on, D. All right, defense did not hold. 10-10, 55 seconds left in the second, and we have all of our timeouts here. So let's try and march down and at least get a field goal here. A touchdown, obviously, is going to be ideal. We're going to start things off here with the screenplay to Duke Johnson because that's been there all game so far. Get that block. There you go. Good job. Not the big play we were hoping for, but it works. I'll take it. Now we're going to go for a quick slants, I think, just to pick up the first down, and then we're going to start using our timeouts. What are they going to do in here? I can't... The defense looks pretty plain. I can't tell what they're doing. And... Kaiser. And there he goes! I love Madden. It's a great game. It's an awesome game. Hey, we got the ball back here. But really, though, can they, like, fix the game and make it so just because you're a quarterback that you're not going to fumble every time someone looks at you funny? Because that's really frustrating. Because every time your quarterback seems to take a hit, they're going to fumble. And he is decent carrying. If I recall correctly, is there a way to actually check that? We can, yeah, I guess we can go to the depth chart and then go all the way over to carrying. But he doesn't have particularly bad carrying, if I remember correctly. 60. I mean, it's not great, but the fact that he still fumbles every single time, it's ridiculous. All right. And we're just going to fire that. Good chance early to catch. Call one of our timeouts. We could take a shot downfield, but I really don't see it. I mean, we can call plays that might that they might get open on, but if their defense, if they have people back deep like they should, I don't see us actually getting a big play here, really. I mean, look how far back they're playing. And we're just going to fire it in. Davion Olsen. One more play, one more play. We got time for one more play here. It's probably not going to be anything big. Might be honestly best just to run. Yeah, I was just thinking that. It might be best just to run the ball here, because by running the ball, it gives us a little bit of tempo, I suppose. It allows us to get some more yards. If we throw an interception or get sacked or anything, it's going to further hurt us, I think. So just going to call a dive play, a boring old dive, and pick up 3 yards out of it. Definitely not what I was hoping to see there at the first half, but it's a more competitive game. I guess not every game is going to go like week 1. I love that catch right there. Beautiful. But not every game are we going to be putting up 40 points and 4 touchdown passes and 100 rushing yards and everything else. So let's watch the halftime report.
As we look at the numbers, the only thing that really matters is that we've got a tie game. We'll have another half here to figure out who can come out on top. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, the pass is completed into tight coverage, and he'll end up at their own 40-yard line before being tackled. Browns would later lose possession on a forced fumble. Now after the fumble, Johnson stiff arm attempt works perfectly, and he'll end up sprinting into the end zone. Browns up by a touchdown. 1st and 10, Johnson here will get to the QB for the sack. This will go for a loss of 8. And with that, we'll wrap up.
All right, so not exactly the coolest halftime report there, but I love how they're like, they lose it to a forced fumble. I'm like, yeah, forced. You mean when Deshaun Kaiser literally just dropped the ball falling forward? Yeah. All right, Cooper, let's do this, man. I just try to go up the middle and not lose too many yards. My man, Cooper Kupp. All right. So let's hope to do a little bit better here compared to the first half. I think part of that, honestly, is going to be continuing to run the football. Let's go back to our tried and true here. I mean, we have had so much success running the ball that it seems silly for us to not get to continue doing that. But here, they're actually bumping up that safety. So maybe blitzing. Let's go for a slants play. And there we go. Nice little slide there. Nice little slide. Thank you for the tip in the last episode, because apparently you can slide by not holding down right trigger while you are running. You have to let go of pretty much everything besides like the joysticks, obviously, to actually slide as a quarterback. So thank you for the tip there in the comments. Oh, there we go. Go for the juke. Oh! That is something we did not have last season. 67-yard touchdown. Who needs to throw when you've got Duke Johnson Jr.? Oh my goodness, he's so fast, he's so good. This defense cannot stop him. Except when they do, but most of the time they can't. That is freaking incredible. Come on, defense. Oh, no. That sucks the air out of the stadium just by letting them drive down and score on us again. You think I'm not going to call the same run play? Come on, bump up those safeties again. I dare ya. I dare ya. All right, they're actually... Yeah, I was going to say, they had everyone right in the right spot there. There's really no place to go. 10 carries, $140, 2 touchdowns. Averaging 14 yards a carry, for crying out loud. Let's go for a play action here, because you would think that with all this success on the ground, that play action would start working a bit more. But look at this. They're actually bumping back their corners and safeties, so we're going to go for a slants, I guess. And there's going to be Olsen. Good catch, buddy. We're 11 for 18 for a $112. That is... odd. We're not really having any success in the air. Go for a dive straight up to the left here. Hold that block. There you go. Having all my starting linemen back is pretty nice because remember last season when J.C. Trader kept getting hurt, and then who was it? Cody Wallace, who I signed to be our backup center. Man, he would come in. That man would let up so many blocks. It was absurd. So having all my starters back is actually great. We're going to call this to the right-hand side. If everybody holds their block, this could be another one of those big plays. Or it's going to be a nothing play. We'll see. It's a nothing play. It was a nothing play. It was definitely possible that could have been a big one, but unfortunately not. Ooh, stick and nod. I love the stick and nod here. It's typically always open, it seems like, to David Njoku. Who else may be there? Let's see. They're playing back on us. And there's Big Dave. No, you let up your block in. Of course he fumbles for a third time. Every time that man gets tapped, he has to fumble the ball. Yeah, they had Kuechly covering David, so there wasn't really a great option for me there. 3rd and 15. Let's go for the screenplay, man. They are stopping us downfield, so we're just going to do our best to not have to force it down there. We're just going to go for the screen, get that block up. He missed it entirely, and now we lose even more yards. 12 of 19 for 109. How do we have such a great game in the air last week and then compared to this week where we just can't seem to get anything going in the air? But I mean, I think it's because their defense they're so hell-bent on stopping the run, or I'm sorry, on stopping the passing game that they can't stop the run really whatsoever. And we're definitely taking advantage of that, but they're definitely slowing us down. It's kind of like they've chosen, like, you know what, if they're going to beat us, they're going to have to beat us on the ground, which we're doing pretty good, a good job with that so far, but it's pretty rough. I would like to actually get some plays in the air here. So let's try that out. Let's try that out. If we can put up a touchdown here, I think, honestly, that'll be game. Our defense has done a great job so far. And we're just going to fire that in. Okay. We're just going to be completely inaccurate. They are, like, not only are they covering everybody ridiculously well, just blanketing everybody, but they're also doing a really good bump and run to the point where they're giving their linemen and linebackers time to actually get in there and sack me. Like, I don't have a lot of time for them to actually get open, and they're being so stuffed, it's ridiculous. And, all right, there's it. No, right there, man. Again, we have open receivers, but we don't have time to actually do anything. They are dominating our offensive line right now, man. This is absurd. All right, let's go for 4 verts, I suppose. They are doing a great job. Our offensive line seems to have no answers right now. And he was open, but he had to do that little juke right there. 4th and 7. Now we definitely have to punt it away. This is rough, not being able to do anything in the air. All right, Jake. We need a big punt out of you here. All right. Good power, good accuracy. Beautiful. But unfortunately, he's going to get blocked there. Yep. And he's going to get away. He's a really good punt returner. What's his name? Christian McCaffrey, I think it is. Very fast, very agile. All right, defense, 33-yard line. You guys can do this. I believe in you. All right, defense, I believed in you. All right, now it's 20-17. 2 minutes left. Down by 3. All of our timeouts left. There's no reason we shouldn't be able to do this, right? And they're blocking. Oh, there we go. Just get out of bounds. Just get out of bounds. All right. We're going to have to go for some... Actually, you know what? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? I'm sort of thinking, like, okay, what pass plays? What pass plays? We have 3 timeouts and minute 55. Let's ride the horse that got us here. You know what? I'm not worried. I'm not worried about all these people they have on the line. I'm not worried about them because they can't freaking stop Duke Johnson Jr. They can't stop the run at all. They even bumped up their safety. I'm like, you know what? Screw this. Let's freaking run. Look at 97. He's stuck on his defensive tackle. All right. All right, Duke, let's go again. Look at them, man. They can't stop us here. They cannot stop us here. Let's go for a hurry up again. I want to see if I can hit David Njoku. That'd be nice. And there's Big Dave. First down. Almost a first down. Almost a first down, so let's do a hurry up into a dive, which should be fine. If it's not, it's 4 down territory, so we're going for it again. And, oh, Luke Kuechly not only got through, but he fumbled. We got the ball back. For crying out loud, that's 4 fumbles on the game here, team. To be fair, they want me to go for a 57-yard field goal? Where's the wind at? I can call timeout to check. The wind is not in our favor here. The wind isn't in our favor. I can't kick that far. There's no way I would make that. There's no way. So we have to go for it here. We have to. Here's the question. I have 2 plays in mind. Another halfback dive, which has worked a lot. Oh, Duke Johnson's not in there. Duke Johnson is not in there. Okay, no. Okay, so I have to go here to the shotgun. Need to go to my formation here. There she is. And we're going for the mesh. And the reason why I'm picking the mesh here is the drag routes that the receivers run are typically good for about 4 yards or so. And there he is. Hold on.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously.
Oh, it's just praising you earlier, Corey. How can you do me like that? How can you drop the ball like that, man? This was a prime example of the all Madden difficulty, I would say. Missed blocks, dropped passes, and fumbles for seemingly no reason definitely killed us this game. Now, it is possible that magically our defense is going to hold, but with only 2 timeouts, I don't think it's possible. So that's pretty much game. Yeah. 2017. 20-17, I should say. Not exactly the home opener I was hoping it was going to be. We had so much success in the air in our first game this season, but here, man, not so much. They really did a great job of stopping us. And then all of those little tiny things, mostly the fumbles, really screwed us, man. 4 of them in one game, 3 of which were completely uncalled for, if you ask me. 1 definitely should not have happened. But, man, drop passes happen. It happens. That's the game of football, I suppose. So I guess all we can really do is come out here with the next episode and hope to do better than we did here. Try and find some more routes, find some more ways to get it done in the air. But, man, that man right there, Duke Johnson Jr., it's going to be a good season. It looks like it's going to be a freaking good season because we have a ground game for a change, which is definitely not something that I think we're very used to. But let's go ahead and take a look at those stats, see what the defense did. We had that 1 takeaway there, which definitely helped out. I'm always excited to see what happens on the defensive side of the ball. So, yeah, 15 of 24, buck 28. No touchdowns, no interceptions. That's honestly what Deshaun Kaiser does in real life. Just couldn't really get anything going outside of those very short passes. But on the ground there, 15 for a buck 74, 2 touchdowns for Mr. Duke Johnson. But that that crucial fumble there, that hurt a lot. It really did. 67-yard carry, 3 different carries of over 20 yards. So freaking good. Kaiser, 3 fumbles, man. Do I have to start spending I might have to start spending XP to make it so he doesn't freaking fumble as much. I don't know. Receiving-wise, Duke Johnson, he was like the only person I could really get going here in this game. And Corey Coleman had a couple of catches. I mean, just really nothing going in the air whatsoever. But defensively, Jabril Peppers, again, getting lots of tackles here. So the rookie, Tyler Worthy, 9 tackles. Peppers had 8. Dontari Poe had 8, along with 2 of them for a loss and his first sack as a Cleveland Brown. Very happy about that. Christian Kirksey getting involved there. So let's see. Sack-wise, Tyler Worthy had 1. Dontari Poe had 1. Danny Shelton and Myles Garrett each had half of a sack. So where is he? There's old Stanley. So Stanley Schmidt had freaking 7 tackles from the left end position. No sacks this week, but lots of tackles. Very happy about that. Interceptions-wise, Shamar Taylor had 1 for 19 yards. No forced fumbles. A couple pass deflections there. 1 from Tyler Worthy again. He had a lot last week as well. And Joe Hayden, then put no fumble recoveries, no blocks, no safeties, none of that. And then field goal wise, 1 for 1. I just don't think that Zane could have hit that from 57 yards. I mean, maybe he could have, but that would have required me to have done it perfectly, and I really didn't trust myself to do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, you never know, I suppose, what will happen on any given Sunday. Any given game of Madden, you never know what might happen. I think that's what actually makes this series so interesting to play and so interesting to watch. But that's all I have for you guys here today. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Drop me a rating, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.